We begin tonight with breaking news. Spokane firefighters still responding to a fire that happened on the 4th floor of a downtown apartment building.
We're told this is unfolding at the Ridpath Hotel, which was converted to apartments. Now, for reference, this is along Sprague Avenue between Stevens and Howard. The building has been evacuated. One person was taken to the hospital with what are described as minor injuries.
Firefighters tell us the fire is out. However, there is a lot of water damage because of the historic building. The cause of the fire is also still under investigation.
Tonight we are learning new information about a small plane that crash landed at Phelps Field yesterday. We first told you about this as breaking news yesterday. And tonight we are speaking to the pilot who has quite the story to tell. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
It's good to have you here. I'm Whitney Ward. The plane made that rough landing just before 4 o'clock yesterday. And tonight KREM 2's Shannon Mouty spoke with the pilot. And Shannon, again, he has a story to tell.
Yeah, that is right. Robert De Laurentiis credits his plane Citizen of the World with a graceful crash landing. And now he's remembering his aircraft for all the memories and miles, including one global trip that landed them in the record books. This isn't the way any pilot wants to finish a flight. But Monday's crash landing for Robert De Laurentiis.
As I was about 100 feet off the ground, when the engine stopped producing horsepower,
is the end of an emotional journey.
I thought, well, I'm going to go down now. The essence of adventure and exploration is certainly found in both the destination and the journey.
Robert's adventure began 5 years ago when he circumnavigated the globe from north to south pole.
The South Pole. Certainly the science is maybe the most powerful part of that trip. We detected that there's plastic particles in the air over the north and south poles. In fact, more than what are over the equator.
He was flying the same craft named Citizen of the World into Phelps Field Monday to mark the completion of a film about that global trip.
My plan was to fly here to celebrate the release of the documentary.
When trouble hit, a quarter mile from the runway.
And I heard a loud popping sound on both sides and then a big vibration. And I believe that that was probably icing.
The highly customized Commander 900 touched down at 115 miles an hour.
And it was bouncing, and not a lot, but just like you're on a rough road. And I thought, okay, this is the point where either the wings are going to get torn off, we're going to lose the engines, but what can you do? You're along for the ride.
A craft that carried him to the most remote frozen points of the planet is believed a total loss.
We're sad that we've lost her, but it's more of a celebration of life because, what that plane's accomplished, it's in the record books.
But Robert walked away unhurt, a plane that's brought him to the ends of the earth, gracefully ending their final flight.
And you're thankful to be alive. The fire department, one of the guys said, "Oh, rough landing." And then I said, well, any landing you walk away from is a good one. We're saying that she delivered me home, one last time. My mission is comprised of world first.
The National Transportation Safety Board is investigating what happened. Shannon Mouty, KREM 2 News.
All right, Shannon, thank you very much. Glad he is okay.
Wow.
All right, let's talk weather now. Sub-freezing temperatures and freezing fog made for a slick commute on our area roads this morning.
Sure did. So let's get to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo to find out what things are going to look like tomorrow morning.
Well, similar, but different. We likely don't get that same precipitation out of those clouds. It's still likely going to be freezing fog and dense freezing fog in some areas. And with that, you will likely encounter some slick spots tomorrow morning yet again. That's just the pattern we're in. Check it out. We have 31 degrees. Cool. Still calm though. Not a breath of wind means that fog is not going anywhere. We're catching a little reprieve now, but as temperatures drop, now that the sun has gone down, expect it to return and expect it to be every bit as dense. Temperatures still down below freezing now, and staying that way through tomorrow morning means that basically it's just more of the same. Forecast models picking up on another round of dense fog to start the day. And then as we move through the day, it looks like it just becomes cloud cover for all of us. Once again, if you want to see the sunshine, it's out there. Seriously, you just have to go climb a mountain or drive up a mountain. But either way, you just have to increase your altitude. Down low, it's going to be cold though. With all that fog and cloud cover, it's likely we top out right around 32 degrees tomorrow. Thursday, looks like a little bit of atmospheric stirring warms us up. Seriously, mid-30s in the afternoon, but those overnight lows stay cold into the weekend before our next chance of precipitation arrives.
All right, Jeremy, thank you. The Spokane hockey community is continuing to support a local family whose 5-year-old daughter died after a head-on crash near Elmira last month.
The Spokane Braves hockey team is hosting a benefit game to raise money for the Carollo family. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley spoke with the team today and joins us from the Eagles Ice Arena.
Right now, the Spokane Braves hockey team practice is in full swing. Here at the Eagles Ice Arena, the team is hoping to fill all of these seats for their game on December 21st. That's because it is a benefit game for the Carollo family, meaning $5 of every ticket sold for that game will be donated directly to the Carollo family.
Last month, 5-year-old Amelia died in a head-on crash near Elmira. Her mother Amanda and 7-year-old brother Patrick suffered critical injuries and were taken to the hospital. They were on their way to Patrick's hockey tournament in Canada, but never made it. The Spokane Braves hope the Carollo family benefit game on December 21st will have a big turnout to raise money in honor of Amelia and in support of her family. Team captain Cameron Oyen says the Braves are proud to host something that's bigger than themselves.
Anytime you hear of a tragedy like this happen anywhere, but especially in the hockey community, you know, it hits home.
Assistant coach Jason Greenwell says it will be more than just a hockey game. It will be about the community coming together for a good cause.
We would love to see, you know, as many people here and maybe sell the place out, which would be awesome, and, you know, really show that support. And I know from me and just everyone here at Eagles Ice Arena, like, we can't thank the community enough for what they've done for this family.
The Carollo family says Patrick has been released from the hospital and is with his grandparents recovering. His mother Amanda is expected to be released from the hospital this week, but she still has a long road to a full recovery.
Idaho State Police are still investigating this fatal crash, and at this point they tell me no charges have been filed. Now, in the meantime, they are asking the public to share any photos or videos of that crash to help in the investigation. We have their contact information posted on KREM.com. Reporting from the Eagles Ice Arena, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
And tonight, the Cooney County Sheriff's Office has released the names of 2 brothers killed in a house fire last month.
That fire happened the weekend before the Thanksgiving holiday. The fire destroyed the home in the Micah Flats area south of Coeur d'Alene on November 24th. 2 men were found dead in the fire rubble. Today, the sheriff's office identified the men as brothers, Wyatt Weller, who was 27 years old, and Garrett Weller, who was 26. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Tonight, friends of the family are fundraising to pay for funeral expenses.
A Quincy daycare's license has been revoked by the State Department of Children, Youth, and Families, and this comes after a 2-year-old boy at that daycare had his foot severed by a lawnmower. According to a family friend that we spoke with back in August, the daycare owner was using a riding lawnmower when the child was injured. DCYF says the daycare's license was revoked back in September after its investigation closed, but wouldn't elaborate on why. The Quincy Police Department investigated the case, but it said there was not enough evidence for criminal charges.